Hello, here be monsters back for part 3, yes, of Mr. Dark Zodiac Lives Megalomania. Sorry I had to do 3 videos on this one, but this was kind of long and I wanted to make sure that I responded to everything. So let's hear it.
And just 2 videos. I mean, it's pretty fucking funny. I just pwned your ass. You're the biggest liar on YouTube now. You sit there and you made a bunch of statements that weren't even true. I mean, you can clearly, may all the demons in fire resurrect him into a god of darkness. Okay, now look, mister. Where does it say I?
You failed to mention him and who he is. You mentioned Anton LaVey.
Resurrect Anton LaVey into a god of darkness. I did not say that.
Okay.
So you're twisting shit
Come
that
on.
was probably a month ago. You're twisting shit to make it into your own shit.
No, I'm showing you stuff from a month ago that you removed. Okay. And I wanted to make sure that I had that available for future reference. What's going on with my collar here? There we go. Shit. Anyway, out of hell with it. Yeah, I definitely did this. When I saw you post that video, I knew I wanted to make a response to it, and I knew that I wanted to get a recording of that, because I knew that you were probably going to take it down soon. Because a video like that tends to make someone look really stupid. And I think you knew that very shortly after you uploaded it. But let's keep going.
So you can come back at me somehow. And you're sitting there, I knew you would fuck up. I knew you would fuck up. That's what you were saying. I mean, if you're going to put shit out there, at least make sure.
I said that I knew you would fuck up? When did I say that? But let's keep going.
Your shit's accurate. I mean, make sure it's accurate. I mean, make sure that you know what you're talking about.
Likewise.
I mean,
definitely likewise. Satan freak. You got the black lipstick? I bet you do, don't you?
what kind of idiot looks up definition of cult?
What kind of idiot looks up definition of cult? You claim Satanism is not a cult. I look up a definition of a cult. How is it that you cannot see the connection there as to why I would do that? You're out of your mind.
Definition of cult. Why didn't you just look up Satanism? You would have found out the truth right there. It is a religion. And I don't really care what you believe. I don't really care what you believe. I don't care what you think. I've told you this in the past. You've been pwned over and over.
You obviously do care because you continue to make videos about me. I know you can't stop. I know that you can't stop. Just like what you were saying about the comments. Somebody makes a comment about, somebody responds to my comment. I'm going to respond. Of course you are. You have no choice. You suffer from narcissistic personality disorder. You have no choice. You have to respond. The tail is wagging the dog.
Over again. And I just destroyed you. I took all your high intelligence and dropped you to the fucking ground, buddy. Because you claimed in your video that Satanism was a cult. And I'm showing you right now, Satanism is not a cult, it is a religion. And educated people know this. So you're not very was a cult. And I'm showing you right now.
Okay, this is a wiki that he's showing me. And I'm going to show you. This article needs additional citation. Material may be challenged and removed. Okay, you went to a wiki. I went to the Webster's New World Dictionary. What part of idiot do you not understand? We're going to keep going.
Now, Satanism is not a cult. It is a religion. And
You probably surfed the web until you found an article that said what you wanted it to say. Instead of doing objective research, you searched for something, an article that said what you wanted it to say, and you used that. Are you going to deny that? Mr. Dark Zodiac, do you think that you're smarter than I am? Do you think that I don't know what you're doing? I've seen it all before. That is specifically why I looked up the definition of cult in the Webster's New World Dictionary. Because it's an accredited source, and anyone looking at it knows that that is an accredited source. That is backed up by academia. What you have provided is something that somebody published on a wiki-like site that has no citation, as it clearly states in the top. This article needs additional citation. Material may be challenged and removed. It's like Wikipedia. Are you kidding me? This is your destruction of me. Your half-witted destruction. Seriously. You are one perfunctory son of a bitch. Let's keep going.
educated people know this. So you're not very educated, are you? Nice act here, me monsters. Real nice act. You just got fucking destroyed by Mr. Dark Zodiac.
By Mr. Dark Zodiac in his wiki article. I just got destroyed by Mr. Dark Zodiac in his wiki article. Really? Really?
Peace out.
Yeah, peace out. All right. Bear with me. Just wanted to look at some things. All right. So, let's reiterate. Let's debrief. Okay, so we have Mr. Dark Zodiac, who claims that he and his dark community or whatever, or demons, whatever, big scary demons with the horns and coming out of the fiery brimstone from hell, all that kind of stuff, are going to come up, and according to his new argument that he says I misunderstood before, he says these demons are going to come up from the pits of hell, and they're going to resurrect Satan or Lucifer into a god of total darkness. Okay. I follow the teachings of Anton LaVey. And they, you said, are going to resurrect Satan, are going to resurrect him into a god of total darkness. You do not mention Satan's name in your comment that you made, that I recorded. Satan is not mentioned in that sentence. Okay, here's one, but it looks like this came from Wikipedia. Travesty of Christian symbols. Blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da. There we go. Well, this is from Answers.com. It's not accredited, but just to give you an idea, this is Answers.com. Not accredited. All right. The worship of Satan or the devil, the personality or principle regarded in the Judeo-Christian tradition as embodying absolute evil and complete antithesis of God. Cults associated with Satanism have been documented, however sketchily, back to the 17th century. Their central figure is the Black Mass, a corrupted and inverted rendition of the Christian Eucharist practices. Practices are said to include animal sacrifice and deviant sexual activity. Worship is motivated by the belief that Satan is more powerful than the forces of good and is more capable of bringing about the results sought by its adherents. Here we go. Columbia Encyclopedia. Columbia Encyclopedia. Satanism, the cult of Satan, or Satan worship, is in part a survival of the ancient worship of demons and in part a revolt against Christianity or the Church. It rose about the 12th century in Europe and reached its culmination in the blasphemous ritual of the Black Mass, a desecration of the Christian rite. The history of early Satanism is obscure. It was revived during the reign of Louis XIV in France and is still practiced by various groups throughout the world, particularly in the United States. One of the largest, most influential satanic groups is the Church of Satan, 1966, founded by Anton LaVey in San Francisco. A splinter group, the Temple Set, 1975, was organized by Michael Aquino. Many satanic groups, including the ones mentioned, attest that such worship does not necessarily imply evil intentions, but rather an alternative to the repressive morality of many other religious groups. Okay. The Cult of Satan, from the Columbia Encyclopedia, an accredited source. Not a wiki article. Oh, we got Britannica too. That was the first one. The worship of Satan or the devil, the personality or principle regarded as a Judeo-Christian tradition as embodying absolute evil and complete antithesis of God. Cults associated with Satanism have been documented, however sketchily, back to the 17th century. That is from the Encyclopedia Britannica. I mentioned Columbia Encyclopedia already. Okay. Keep saying whatever you feel the need to say in order to save face amongst your friends. Keep saying that you've destroyed me, by all means. And I will, however, keep destroying you, Mr. Dark Zodiac. This is YouTube, Hearing Monsters. This concludes part 3. The end.